The Red Book by Barbara Lehman. One day, a girl named Katrina was walking along the snowy streets of her hometown on her way to school. Out of the corner of her eye, Katrina saw something sticking out of the snow. It was a small red book. What was that doing there? She couldn't resist, so she picked up the book and took it on her way to school. She brought the book to class. It took all that she had not to read the book. Oops, she couldn't resist. Within the book, she saw a map. The map showed some islands, then one island specifically. Then a beach. Then a boy walking on the beach. The boy's name was Nicholas. As Nicholas walked along the beach, he suddenly found a small red book stuck in the sand. Nicholas opened the book and saw a big, big, big city. The book zoomed in to quite a few buildings that he could see covered in snow. Then it zoomed again to a few more buildings, still covered in snow. It zoomed in again to one specific building with 9 big windows. The snow was still falling. Then he saw one window, and there was a small girl reading a small red book, just like him. The two jumped and realized that the other person could see them. They looked at each other and smiled. Why, what was going on? Katrina smiled at Nick as her classmates left the room. Katrina jumped up out of her desk and rushed out of class. She walked outside, and on a street corner, she found a balloon stand with 72 colorful balloons. Katrina asked the man for all 72 balloons, and he agreed to give them to her. Katrina tied all the balloons up and jumped up into the air, and she flew away. She flew over the whole entire city with 72 colorful balloons. But she dropped her book, and it fell down and down and down very swiftly. Katrina looked at it sadly as it fell away. You could see the picture from the book of Nick sitting on the beach, staring sadly at a book of the city. He couldn't see Katrina anymore, just her flying far away. He kept looking as Katrina disappeared from the book. Nicholas was so sad to have lost his friend. He couldn't even believe it. He closed his eyes and wished and wished and wished that Katrina would come back. And then he looked up, and Katrina was flying towards him, holding on to 72 colorful balloons. They were so happy. He jumped up and caught her as she landed on the beach, covered in her snow clothes. Then, all the way back in the city, the book lay on the side of the road, right where Katrina had dropped it. A man spotted it while riding his bike. He picked it up and drove away.